Ndewo, no, and welcome to your weekly Omnibus. If you've had a busy week and didn't quite get round to listening to the Igbo Daily Drops, this is your chance to catch up. Now you get to hear all 5 episodes from week 9 brought together in one place. Our mission is simple: to raise 10,000 next generation Igbo speakers, and every phrase you practice brings us one step closer. So whether you're in the car, on a walk, or relaxing at home, let's spend a few minutes inside the Igbo world through stories, proverbs, and the sentences we learned this week. Ka anyị bido. Let us begin. The automatic doors open. No one comes in. Nkechi watches them close again. She is 68 years old, standing near the entrance of Scarborough Town Centre, East Toronto. Prescription slip in her left hand. A phone number in blue biro on her right palm. 12 minutes, her daughter said. Pharmacy on the 2nd floor. Come out of this entrance when you're done. Nkechi does not move toward the escalator. She wore her good coat today. The charcoal one her husband chose in Oxford Street the year they arrived. She stands in it the way a woman stands when she is deciding whether to be seen. 2 days without the blood pressure medication. She has the words. She does not yet know she has the right. Ndewo, no. I am Yvonne Mbanefo, heritage futurist and daughter of the soil. Welcome to Igbo Daily Drops, episode 41, week 9, day 1, Monday. Today, where is assumes the asker is entitled to an answer. That is civilizational posture. Ka anyị bido. Let us begin. Nkechi's mother-in-law in Owerri used to say, "The road belongs to everyone who travels it. Asking is how you claim your portion." She had taught this for 31 years. Said it to students frozen before problems they were afraid to get wrong. The gap between knowing and doing is not knowledge. It is permission. She turns. A young woman is passing. Nkechi opens her mouth. The woman slows. Today, 3 sentences. The ones that open every room. Repeat after me. 1. Biko, kedu ebe pharmacy dị? In English, please, where is the pharmacy? Biko, kedu ebe pharmacy dị? Biko, kedu ebe pharmacy dị? Biko, kedu ebe pharmacy dị? Name the need. 2. Kedu ebe bathroom dị? In English, where is the bathroom? Kedu ebe bathroom dị? Kedu ebe bathroom dị? Kedu ebe bathroom dị? 3 countries this sentence. 3. Ebee ka ị na-aga? In English, where are you going to? Ebee ka ị na-aga? Ebee ka ị na-aga? Ebee ka ị na-aga? The young woman asks Nkechi this. She is no longer lost. She is a destination. These 3 sentences are in your free speaking workbook this week. Download it at learnibonow.com. If you're driving, just listen. The workbook will be waiting. Ebee ka ị na-aga? The young woman has a reusable bag and the look of someone who has decided this matters more than wherever she's going. Nkechi shows her the prescription slip. Come, I'll show you. She doesn't lead from her head. She walks beside. 31 years telling children to ask. She should have listened sooner. What just happened on that escalator has a name older than the building. Onye ajụjụ anaghị efu ụzọ. One who asks questions does not lose their way. The asking is not the admission of being lost. It is the first step. In Owerri, in Mbaise, the women who move with the most sureness are not the ones who know everything. They ask without shame. Sister Joseph Therese Agbasiere, Igbo woman, Oxford Doctor of Philosophy, documented exactly this. In her 2000 work, Women in Igbo Life and Thought, Routledge, she places this proverb inside Igbo socialization theory. The willingness to ask, she writes, signals readiness to be guided towards destiny. What she documented in 1985, wayfinding researchers confirmed in 2003. People who ask arrive. People who don't circle. Asking is not weakness. Asking is navigation. To practice these sentences with other families, Igbo Village Speaking Gym will be open in 2 days. Before this day ends, say Ebee ka ị na-aga? The road opens for those who ask. Every sentence you learn is a drop, and every drop feeds Oke Osimiri Mmụta Igbo, the ocean of Igbo knowledge. Grab your free speaking workbook at learnibonow.com. Rate us wherever you listen. Your review is how another learner finds their way home. This has been your Igbo Daily Drop. Abụ nwanne gị nwanyị, Yvonne Choma Mbanefo. I am your sister, Yvonne Choma Mbanefo. Ka ụzọ gị mepee n'ihu gị. May your road open before you. Ka anyị hụ echi. Until we meet again tomorrow. Madoka is 9 years old and he is holding a lunch tray and he does not move. McNair Middle School, Decatur, Georgia. The smell of floor cleaner and something called pizza that is not pizza. Fluorescent light. Every table already full or not full, but closed. Groups that have been groups since August. Groups that do not look up. He speaks English. He knows this. He has been speaking it since he was 4 years old in Enugu, in the classroom, where his teacher made them read aloud every morning. He speaks English. But when he opened his mouth in this corridor 3 days ago, The boy in front of him laughed. Not mean, just surprised, and said, "What did you say?" And then said it again to his friend. What did he say? Maduka's English has not changed. It was the room that did not know how to hear it. So now he is standing at the edge of the McNair cafeteria, holding his tray, and he is doing something private. His lips barely move. "Kedu ebe enyi m nọ?" he says under his breath in Igbo. Where is my friend? Not asking anyone, asking himself, preparing himself, the way his mother used to check her bag at the front door. Keys, phone, purse, before stepping out. He is checking what he has. Ndewo. No. I am Yvonne Mbanefo, heritage futurist and daughter of the soil. Welcome to Igbo Daily Drops, episode 42, week 9, day 2, Tuesday. Today, the sentences that locate the people who matter. Here is what the research confirms. In a room that does not know how to hear you, your mother tongue is not a retreat. It is the instrument you carry, so you are ready when the music starts. Ka anyị bido. Let us begin. In Igbo land, you do not arrive at a gathering and stand silent at the edge. You name who is present. You name who is expected. The compound is always being read. By the grandmother at the window. By the child sent to call people in. By the elder who notices who is absent before anyone else does. Kedu ebe nne m nọ? Kedu onye na-abịa? Kedu onye nọ ebe ahụ? These are not casual questions. They are the grammar of the compound's nervous system, the way it knows itself. Maduka learned these questions at his grandmother's knee on Obiagu Road. He does not know yet that he is using them as armor. He just knows they work. Today, 3 sentences. The sentences that tell a room, someone here matters to me. Someone is coming. Someone is already here. If I can find them. Repeat after me. Sentence 1. Kedu ebe enyi m nọ? In English, where is my friend? Kedu ebe enyi m nọ? Kedu ebe enyi m nọ? Kedu ebe enyi m nọ? Maduka under his breath, checking what he carries. Sentence 2. Kedu onye na-abịa? In English, who is coming? Kedu onye na-abịa? Kedu onye na-abịa? Kedu onye na-abịa? The question that turns toward possibility. Sentence 3. Kedu onye nọ ebe ahụ? In English, who is there? Kedu onye nọ ebe ahụ? Kedu onye nọ ebe ahụ? Kedu onye nọ ebe ahụ? The question he will ask when he is finally ready to look up. These 3 sentences are in your free speaking workbook this week. Download it at learnibonow.com. If you are driving right now, just listen. The workbook will be waiting. A boy comes to stand beside Maduka. Not from his class. Older, maybe 11. He is also holding a tray. Also scanning the room. He says nothing. They stand there together for a moment. 2 people doing the same arithmetic. Then the boy tilts his head towards a table near the window. You can sit there, he says. 4 words. Flat. American. No ceremony. Maduka looks at him. Kedu onye nọ ebe ahụ? Rises in his chest. Not in Igbo now, but in the body. Who is there? He picks up his tray. He walks towards the table. The tortoise does not wait to arrive before deciding whether to bring his instrument. Ezembe si na ihe ya ji achịrị ihe egwu ya aga njem bụ maka ya ezu ndị egwu. Ezembe si na ihe ya ji achịrị ihe egwu ya aga njem maka ya ezu ndị egwu. The tortoise says the reason he carries his instrument on his journey is so he is ready when he meets other musicians. Preparation is not prediction. It is posture. I have watched this in every diaspora community I have worked with. The learner who uses the language before they feel fluent, that learner stays. The one who waits until they are ready disappears from every class I have ever taught. Dr. Monica Nnenne Okafor of Ebonyi State College of Education, writing in 2018, documented this precisely. Diaspora learners of Igbo do not lose their language because they lack the grammar. They lose it because no one ever put them in a real situation where the language was the only tool that worked. The classroom that simulates a real-life communicative moment. The question asked in a room. The greeting offered without knowing it will be received. That classroom produces speakers. The room that only teaches rules produces people who understand Igbo but cannot say a word when it matters. Yoruba, Welsh, Maori, every endangered language revival with documented success has the same finding at its center. The language must be used in the moment of actual need, not rehearsed for a future moment that never comes. What neuroscience now calls embodied language acquisition, learning through doing, is context, under real social stakes. Igbo elders have practiced for centuries. Onye ajụjụ anaghị efu ụzọ. One who asks questions does not lose their way. You must ask the question, not practice asking it. Maduka's 3 sentences were not language practice. They were the instrument he carried on the journey. If you want to practice these sentences with other families, with your children, the Igbo Village Speaking Gym will be open in 1 day. Before this day ends, say Kedu onye nọ ebe ahụ aloud as you walk into a room, any room, and mean it. Not as a language practice, as a declaration. The tortoise does not carry his instrument as decoration. He carries it because the music can start anywhere. Every sentence you learn is a drop, and every drop feeds Oke Osimiri Mmụta Igbo, the ocean of Igbo knowledge. Grab your free speaking workbook at learnigbonow.com. This has been your Igbo Daily Drop. Abụ nwanne gị nwanyị Yvonne Choma Mbanefo. I am your sister Yvonne Choma Mbanefo. Ka okwu gị dị n'ọnụ gị mgbe ị chọrọ ya. May your words be in your mouth when you need them. Ka anyị hụ echi. Until we meet again tomorrow. Uzamaka is still in her coat. 12-hour shift at Danderyd Circus, Stockholm. The apartment is cold in the particular way northern apartments are cold. The cold that lives in the walls. November sky. The light will not improve. Her phone buzzes. Mama. From Abakaliki. 6,000 kilometers away. Already in the day. Her mother's voice arrives warm. Uzamaka, anọ m n'ahịa. Ị nọ ebe? Where are you? Uzo is still wearing her lanyard. Anọ m n'ụlọ. She does not say, I just got here. Does not say the winter dark is a weight she did not expect when she left 14 months ago. Her mother hears everything that wasn't said. Ị nọ mma? Anọ m n'ọrụ. And she laughs at herself. She is home, not at work. But it is the right answer in every other sense. Staying costs something. Her mother laughs. Not amusement. Recognition. The radiator ticks. Ndewo. No. I am Yvonne Choma Mbanefo, heritage futurist and daughter of the soil. Welcome to Igbo Daily Drops. Episode 43, Week 9, Day 3, Wednesday. Today, why in Igbo? To say where you are is to say you are still ours. Ka anyị bido. Let us begin. Abakaliki Market. Alive before 7 a.m. Uzo's mother calls from inside it. She needs her daughter's voice inside the day. Anọ m n'ụlọ sounds like a location. What it is presence. Keeping Igbo alive across distance is a survival structure, not sentiment. Today, 3 sentences, the answer to the question every Igbo mother asks. Repeat after me. Sentence 1. Anọ m n'ụlọ. In English, I am at home. Anọ m n'ụlọ. Anọ m n'ụlọ. Anọ m n'ụlọ. Uzo in Stockholm. She means I made it back. Sentence 2. Anọ m n'ọrụ. Anọ m n'ọrụ. In English, I am at work. Anọ m n'ọrụ. Anọ m n'ọrụ. Anọ m n'ọrụ. She says it by accident. Her mother understands it perfectly. Sentence 3. Anọ m n'ahịa. In English, I am at the market. Anọ m n'ahịa. Anọ m n'ahịa. Anom n'ahịa. Her mother says this first. Rice stalls, Abakaliki, coming to life. These 3 sentences are in your free speaking workbook this week. Download it at learnigbonow.com. If you are driving, just listen. The workbook will be waiting. 3 days later, Uzo's Swedish colleague, Lena, watches her step outside in the cold for a call. Watches her whole face change. Tiredness lifts. Something older arrives. Lena asks, "Who calls you every day?" "My mother. She calls to find me." Lena nods. She will think about it for weeks. Nwata akwọ n'azụ amaghị n'ụzọ dị anya. Nwata akwọ n'azụ amaghị n'ụzọ dị anya. A child carried on the mother's back does not know the journey is far. The carrying is the love. The call is the carrying. Nwata akwọ n'azụ amaghị n'ụzọ dị anya. Nwata akwọ n'azụ amaghị n'ụzọ dị anya. A child carried on a mother's back does not know the journey is far. What the elders meant, the one who carries does not wait to be thanked. The carrying is the love. When Igbo people maintain the language across distance, they are enacting a survival technology. Dr. Chinenye Viola Udeze, Dr. Innocent Okwu Opurum, and Mrs. Njoku Uchenna Gertrude at Alvan Ikoku Federal University of Education, Owerri, named it in 2024. Igbo diaspora communities use language as structural uncertainty reduction. The Maori hold this same architecture across Pacific distances. Kanohi kite kanohi. Presence to presence. What sociolinguists call code switching, Igbo people have always called Tuesday. The call is not habit. It is architecture. If you want to practice these sentences with other families, with your children, the Igbo-speaking gym will soon be open. Before this day ends, say "Anom n'ụlọ" when you walk through your front door. To the room, to the walls. You did not know how far she carried you until you began carrying yourself. Now you know. Every sentence you learn is a drop, and every drop feeds Oke Osimiri Mmụta Igbo, the ocean of Igbo knowledge. Grab your free speaking workbook at learnigbonow.com. Rate us wherever you're listening. Your review is how another learner finds their way home. This has been your Igbo Daily Drop. Abụ nwanne gị nwanyị Yvonne Choma Mbanefo. I am your sister Yvonne Choma Mbanefo. Ka ọ bụrụ olu gị ka ha na-anụ. May your voice be the one they hear across every distance. Ka anyị hụ echi. Until we meet again tomorrow. The outdoor kitchen is dark. Nnenna stands in the doorway. Her phone touch making a pale circle on the wall. She knows this kitchen. Palm oil, cold ash, something older. The zinc roof, the cement floor cool under her feet. She knows all of it. Except where the pot is. Her grandmother's pot, the black-bottomed one. She moves the torch left, right, cups, crayfish, ogiri. No pot. She flew in from Birmingham 3 days ago. Her cousins left yesterday. The house is hers. Something settles in her. Not grief exactly. The understanding that she has always been a guest here. Ndewo. No. I am Yvonne Mbanefo, heritage futurist and daughter of the soil. Welcome to Igbo Daily Drops, episode 44, week 9, day 4, Thursday. Today, the language of home. In Igbo ontology, a space is incomplete without the object that belongs to it. The person who knows where that object lives is the keeper of the house. Ka anyị bido. Let us begin. The Igbo word for space is ebe, but ebe is never empty. In Igbo thought, a space cannot exist without the ihe, the thing that inhabits it. The kitchen is not the kitchen without the pot. Someone set it down and never moved it. Nenna searches corner by corner. She is not looking for a pot. She is looking for the person who always knew. Today, 3 sentences, the words that claim a space. Repeat after me. Ji. Ji nọ n'ime ite. In English, the yam is inside the pot. Ji nọ n'ime ite. Ji nọ n'ime ite. Ji nọ n'ime ite. She speaks as if she already knows. Key m nọ n'elu table. In English, my keys are on top of the table. Key m nọ n'elu table. Key m nọ n'elu table. Key m nọ n'elu table. Not the visitors. Mine. Akwụkwọ nọ n'okpuru oche. In English, the book is under the chair. Akwụkwọ nọ n'okpuru oche. Akwụkwọ nọ n'okpuru oche. Akwụkwọ nọ n'okpuru oche. She does not know yet what book. She will find it. These 3 sentences are in your free speaking workbook this week. Download it at learnibonow.com. If you are driving, just listen. The workbook will be waiting. She finds a pot on the floor, wedged beside the water drum. She sets it on the tripod. The knife on the hook inside the door. Her grandmother's bag on the parlor chair. Under the chair, a Bible, its cover soft with use. She opens it. Her grandmother's handwriting fills the margins. Questions, arguments, conversation. With a God she refused to meet passively. Nenna sits and does not move. Ọ bụ naanị okenye nọ n'ụlọ maara diọkpara ọkụkọ. Ọ bụ naanị okenye nọ n'ụlọ maara diọkpara ọkụkọ. It is only the elder at home who knows the firstborn of the fowl, not the one who visits, the one who remains and learns where everything lives. In Enugu, we never call the kitchen just a room. In 2025, Ikechukwu Anthony Kano of Veritas University, Abuja, writing in Amamihe, Journal of Applied Philosophy, documented what Igbo elders always knew, that space cannot exist without the object that inhabits it. No void, no empty place. What the Western philosopher theorized, the Igbo built into every house. Backlad named it poetics. The Igbo made it structural. Western philosophy spent a century proving a space is shaped by what fills it. Igbo ontology never needed to prove it. It was written into the grammar. Before this day ends, say akwụkwọ nọ n'okpuru oche as you set something in its place. Not as practice, as a declaration. The keeper is not the one who visits, the one who stays. Every sentence you learn is a drop, and every drop feeds Oke Osimiri Mmụta Igbo, the ocean of Igbo knowledge. Grab your free speaking workbook at learnibonow.com. Rate us wherever you're listening. Your review is how another learner finds their way home. This has been your Igbo Daily Drop. Abụ m nwanne gị nwanyị Yvonne Choma Mbanefo. I am your sister Yvonne Choma Mbanefo. Ka ụlọ gị nabata gị. May your house receive you. May every object find its place. Ka anyị hụ echi. Until we meet again tomorrow. The water is brown and it is up to Uzo's chest. He is lying flat in a forward trench outside Kalewa, Burma, November 1944, and the Chindwin River is 3 miles to the east and irrelevant. What matters is the observation post. A timber lean-to 50 yards ahead, and the question of who or what is in it. He taps the line. 2 short pulses. The signal his unit agreed on. He waits. Nothing comes back. The jungle smells of iron and wet wood and something rotting sweetly beneath both. A leech has found his left forearm. He does not move. His face is 6 inches from the brown water, and he is thinking, without intending to, about his grandmother's compound in Oka. She stood at the gate every morning, always the same, before she entered the kitchen compound, before she crossed into the cook fire space, before she moved anywhere near something that held food or fire or family, she would call out, "Onwere onye n'ebe a? Is there someone here?" Even when she knew, even when she had heard voices from inside, she called first. You do not enter a space without announcing yourself. You do not assume. You verify. You wait to be received. Uzo is 23 years old and he has been in the jungle for 11 months and he is thinking about his grandmother. The field radio weighs 12 pounds on his back. He taps the line again. Ndewo. No. I am Yvonne Mbanefo, heritage futurist and daughter of the soil. Welcome to Igbo Daily Drops. Episode 45, Week 9, Day 5, Friday. Today, the protocol beneath the survival. Here is what Hanachuku established in 2012. For the Igbo, speech is not communication. It is action. And the action of asking before you enter, before you move, before you assume, is the oldest technology of safety in the world. Ka anyị bido. Let us begin. In Oka in 1921, Uzo's grandmother was taught this before she was taught to cook. You announce yourself at the threshold because silence is the gesture of an enemy. A person who slips into a space unannounced carries suspicion with them into the room. The protocol is not courtesy. It is consent architecture. You render yourself visible before you enter. You make your intentions transparent. The community can then receive you or prepare. In a monsoon trench in Burma, 23 years later, her grandson is running exactly this protocol. He cannot see into that lean-to. He cannot call out in any language, but he is doing what she did every morning, tapping on the threshold before he advances, asking the space to account for itself, refusing to move until the question has either been answered or has told him something by remaining unanswered. The Igbo fowl, the elders say, does not swallow anything that it has not first tapped or pecked to death. It checks what is before it, then it moves. Today, 3 sentences. These are the words that check a space before you enter it. The questions that make movement safe. Repeat after me. Sentence 1. Onwere onye nọ ebe a? Onwere onye nọ ebe a? In English, is there someone here? Onwere onye nọ ebe a? Onwere onye nọ ebe a? Onwere onye nọ ebe a? This is the question Uzo taps into the field line. This is his grandmother at the compound gate. The same question, 2 different worlds. Sentence 2. Enwe, anọ m ebe a. In English, yes, I am here. Enwe, anọ m ebe a. Enwe, anọ m ebe a. Enwe, anọ m ebe a. The answer Uzo needs to hear. 4 words. The difference between advancing and waiting. Sentence 3. Onwere mmiri dị n'ime ite. In English, is there water in the pot? Onwere mmiri dị n'ime ite. Onwere mmiri dị n'ime ite. Onwere mmiri dị n'ime ite. His grandmother checked her pots before she lit the fire. The same logic. What is in the space before you commit to it? These 3 sentences are in your free speaking workbook this week. Download it at learnibonow.com. If you are driving right now, just listen. The workbook will be waiting. The 3rd tap. Still nothing. Uzo makes his decision the way his grandmother made hers, by what the silence is telling him. She knew the difference between an empty cupboard and one holding its breath. He knows it too. He rises from the water without sound. He signals his unit. Hold position. He moves forward alone, slowly. Low, the radio dragging. He reaches a lean-to and puts his hand flat on the timber. Cold. Wet. Nobody has been here in hours. He breathes out. And for one moment, in a Burmese jungle, he is back in Oka. At the gate. And his grandmother is saying, "Good, you checked. Now you can enter." The proverb the elders gave the fowl is the proverb the army gave the signaller. Ọkụkọ sịrị na ya na-atụgbu atụgbu were loo. What Uzo's grandmother put in his body was not caution. It was a complete system. Ọkụkọ sịrị na ya na-atụgbu atụgbu were loo. Ka ọ ga-abụ ọnwụ gbuo ya, ka a hapụ isi na ọ bụ ihe ya lụrụ gburu ya. Ọkụkọ sịrị na ya na-atụgbu atụgbu were loo. Ka ọ ga-abụ ọnwụ gbuo ya, ka a hapụ isi na ọ bụ ihe ya lụrụ gburu ya. The fowl says, "I tap or peck at what I will swallow to death first, so that if I die, no one will say that what I ate killed me." Verify before you advance. Always. Not from fear. From the knowledge that an unexpected space holds the power of surprise. And surprise belongs to whoever is already there. In Enugu, we understand this at the compound level. You do not cross a threshold unannounced, because silence entering is indistinguishable from threat. The question asked at the gate is not politeness. It is the declaration of peaceful intent. Hanachukwu, writing in Igbo in the Atlantic World, University Press of Mississippi, 2012, argues that for Igbo people, speech is not merely communication. It is, in her exact formulation, an utterance considered an action, with transcendental and active force that determines physical empowerment and survival. When Uzo taps that field line and asks, "Onwere onye n'ebe?" he is deploying an ancient speech act as a literal shield. The Maori calls this mihi mihi, the protocol of identification before encounter, spoken aloud, so both parties know who stands before them before any action is taken. What the British Army trained Uzo to do in 1943, the Igbo compound had trained him to do in 1921. The military codified this in field manuals. His grandmother built it into his reflex. The question that saves your life is the one your grandmother taught you before you knew it was dangerous. Before this day ends, say, "Onwere onye n'ebe?" aloud as you enter a room. Any room in your house. Not as a language practice, as a declaration. The fowl taps or pecks before it swallows. The question you ask before you enter is already an act of power. Verification is not hesitation. It is intelligence. Every sentence you learn is a drop, and every drop feeds Oke Osimiri Mmụta Igbo, the ocean of Igbo knowledge. Grab your free speaking workbook at learnibonow.com. Rate us wherever you're listening. Your review is how another learner finds their way home. This has been your Igbo Daily Drop. Abụ m nwanne gị nwanyị Yvonne Chioma Mbanefo. I am your sister Yvonne Chioma Mbanefo. Ka okwu gị bụrụ mgbachi gị. May your word be your shield. Ka anyị hụ echi. Until we meet again tomorrow. And that brings us to the end of this week's Igbo Daily Drops Omnibus. If a sentence or proverb stayed with you today, take a moment to say it again out loud. Every phrase you practice keeps the language alive. Remember, every sentence you learn is a drop, and every drop feeds Oke Osimiri, Mmụta Igbo, the ocean of Igbo knowledge. If you'd like to practice these lessons further, download the workbook at learnibonow.com. Until tomorrow's drop, abụ nwanne gị nwanyị, Yvonne Choma Mbanefo. I am your sister, Yvonne Choma Mbanefo. Ka chi gị duo gị ọfụma. May your chi guide you well.